Well, thank you, Mark. Yes, while COVID has definitely negatively impacted the ability for PARI to host students on site in person, and we definitely prefer in person, hands on instruction. At the same time, being pioneers of internet controlled radio telescopes, we're pretty familiar with how to do virtual instruction, how certain of these things worked. And so, when the restrictions came about over this past summer, our excellent education team was able to pivot very quickly and turn what had been planned as in person camp experiences into virtual experiences funded by the same agency, funded by NASA and administered by Southwestern Community College. We were able to reach 121 students with what we called space kits. This involved us actually sending them a box of materials, some instructions, both written and video on USB stick, as well as the ability to interact with the other students and instructors over live streaming video. The students got to experience talking with Stella Kafka, the director of the AAVSO. And I know somebody's going to want to know what that stands for, but it escapes my mind right at the moment, unfortunately. But it has to do with variable star research. They also got to interact with scientists who are used to working with virtual things, such as Patricia Craig, who is one of the scientists that gets to plan the day for the Curiosity rover on Mars. And they got to interact directly with these people over video. Video is definitely a second best, in my opinion, at least. I prefer the in-person interaction. But there again, PARI has provided and continues to provide internet remote-controlled radio telescopes, and those two instruments were central to our virtual camp experience. Each student was given a login to the telescope, and then they could perform their own observations, schedule them, figure out what object they wanted to observe, perform the observation, and then interact with our educators, again, through various virtual conduits, either virtual video or audio conferencing or email or chat type things such as Discord and GroupMe and similar avenues and similar conduits of information flow. So we took what we were already good at and pivoted along and expanded what we were able to do virtually. Was not possible, would not have been possible if it weren't for good broadband, both here at PARI, but also for the student. It's very difficult to interact with video when you have very low uplink bandwidth, like a DSL connection gives, or like certain, some wireless connections don't give very good upload bandwidth. And upload bandwidth at the consumer side is crucial to having a two-way communication street for education purposes, at least in my experience.